doing the first game?
Talking out loud. I'm doing analysis on the first game.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
Why will that be interesting?
Oh,
yeah. That'll be good. He's good. I think. Sorry, man. I'm so fucking freaking OCD and anal about all this shit.
Oh, no, good.
Okay, so this game is Lindsay, San Joaquin Memorial Division 4 Girls. Division 4 Girls, Lindsay, San Joaquin Memorial, 13 and 17. Number 2 seed, 13 and 17. Visitor. Cardinals. We gotta make sure Cardinals is in all caps. Mascots are in all caps.
Okay.
Home name, San Joaquin Memorial. They're the Panthers, right?
Yeah.
Panthers all caps. San Joaquin Memorial Panthers, Lindsay Cardinals. Home record, 13-17. Okay, the title is right here, 2012. Let me just follow this exact. D-4 girls basketball. Spell that all right? Oh shit, the battery's not plugged in.
Did you plug it?
No, forgot. Let me guess. Where's the? Is it plugged in down there?
Yeah, it's right here.
I'm Larry Powell,
Yeah,
Fresno County
it's
Superintendent.
Oh, that's it?
With a welcome to the CIF Central Section High School Boys and Girls Basketball Finals. The Fresno County Office of Education is once again proud to partner with CIF to host this impressive display of teamwork and physical prowess. The teams who are watching represent our valley's top high school
Event
athletes.
location.
To our fans, parents, teachers, and coaches, we say thank you. We give special thanks to our event sponsors, whose names are featured in the program. Good luck to all. We are cheering you on as you compete in this fantastic tournament of champions.
Or above bottom. Visitor name.
Is that 4 minutes until they start doing all the announcements and shit?
I don't know. Okay. I don't think it's still the game starts. For the first time, she was standing there in that ticket line, and it all started right then and there. This is my jam, by the way.
What's that?
It's a perfect sunset, and that's the day I'll never forget. I had a white stain on my white t-shirt. She was killing me in that mini skirt, skipping rocks on the river by the railroad tracks. She had a suntan line and red lipstick. I worked so hard for that first kiss, and a heart don't forget something like that. It's the only country song I know. Actually, I know another one too. I forget which one it is, but I know it. If I heard it, I know it. New Orleans. In the Mardi Gras. I did this karaoke in Nashville one time. Oh, baby. I was terrible. It was awesome. It's what I saw. But you don't remember me, and I said, only have another memory. I had a barbecue stain on my white t-shirt. Video sources. Open video player.
Just put it on.
Bueno, hello.
That has got to be one lucky SOB, that Brian Vilvin, huh?
I tell you what, I didn't like him that much before, and now, I'm gonna slash the tires on his minivan.
Wait, then how are we going to get home?
No, I think he's really got a minivan.
Oh, he does? Oh, okay.
It's tricked out, gold.
Gold minivan. I mean, kind of going over his head with that whole trip to the mansion. Ever since then, he's been kind of living the glorious life, huh?
You notice he's walking around like he's 6'5" or something. I tell you, that guy. Yeah, we'll get it back. Don't worry. I was roommates with this guy, man. This guy's something else. The midnight Indian chants, the rugs.
I mean, did you request to have him, or was it just by choice, or was it because of Jeff?
It was funny, right when we got into the minivan, as we started the trip to come pick you up, hey, we're going to be in the same room, okay? 15 minutes later. It's going to be great being bunkies. Okay, Ryan, cool. Right on.
Same bed and everything. You know, I know it's king size, but I got my jammy jams ready to go.
Plenty of room.
Oh yeah.
Plenty of room on this king size bed.
What kind of jammies is it? Those Ninja Turtle jam, the green with the green sleeves and everything.
It's actually my pants I'm wearing.
We're never going to hear the end of this, I tell you. Any way he can segue back to the story, he's going to take full advantage of it.
And you're doing play-by-play today too, so if it's a blowout, you've got some cushion there.
That is awful.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Selland Arena, home of the 2012 Girls Division 4 Central Section Championship.
I can't think of a better story or a better place to be to hear the story than Fresno, California.
With an overall record of 20-8, they upset the number 1 seed to get to Selland. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 4 seed, the Lindsay.
It is too early for this.
From the team, Miggity Mac, peaking in the playoffs, looking to follow the boys' lead from last night, the number 2 seed, the Memorial Panthers.
Switch seats. All right.
How are we
Check
sounding?
here. Good. I'm going to turn down a little bit because I'm a little louder of a human, a loud mouth.
There you
And
go.
you seem good. You're on number 2, though, even though you're sitting over there. Okay?
Right on.
And you're doing play-by-play on this one, Ed.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So that means I got to stay in my seat the entire ball game, pretty much, is what you're saying.
Can't be running around. And I'll do this. I'll run down and get some player pronunciations real quick.
Okay. Don't mention the story either. Just keep the story. Don't talk about the story. What are you doing over there, Manny?
I'd say that again. Oh.
Are you Googling?
Oh, I'm definitely Googling.
You and that Google machine, I tell you. You kids and your Google. Oh, but I told him not to mention the story. I said, don't go down there and say, hey, Coach, let me tell you a story that happened to me. But no. We'll get to your team in a few minutes.
Yeah,
let me tell you.
Brian comes upstairs. Hey, guys, we got to go.
They're going to call security. Just grab what you can. Let's go. No. Don't worry about it. We'll just grab it.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. Let's see how it's. There we go. You want to do me a favor there, Manny?
Yeah.
Let's get the pick out of the way now, so let's not worry about it later. I want to send him my nephew that pick.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I sent it to him yesterday, and he goes, cool.
That's it?
Yeah, I guess they've got a community phone.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, cool. Right on. That was it. I don't know if maybe he couldn't have, really talked too much, but here, I'll go ahead and
all right.
Go back this way.
So you got 4 games. You got 4 pictures today, huh?
4 pictures today.
Oh,
right
that
on.
one's a good one.
Right on. There you go.
Yep. All right,
yeah,
send it to you right now.
Yeah, he one time, one of the first games I did a couple of years ago, I sent it to him, and he goes, that it teared him up. It totally teared him up. And I was like, why? And he goes, man, I just want to be back home. I really do. I want to be back home.
Wow.
But yeah, he chose to go. I mean, my dad was an Army before they were Army Rangers, I guess. And he did it for a few years. My oldest brother was an Army Ranger, and that's actually his son. And he was like, I'm going to do it. I said, why don't you walk on and play baseball at San Diego State? Great baseball player. And he goes, there's more to than just baseball. And I said, then knock yourself out. You go with our blessings, But yeah, I told him, I said, where did you get this humanitarian trait? It's not an Alcaraz trait. And he started to laugh, and he goes, really? I go, no. 1 for 1 and 1 for 1. I go, you've expanded on that.
No, but I mean, good for him though. I mean, it's very few people that would dedicate themselves like that.
And he sends. It's funny. He sends his money back to my brother. Since passed, but he sends his money back to my sister-in-law. And she said, well, what do you want me to do with it? And he goes, I'm getting a house and I'm getting a car, and I'm taking a long trip. And he's still with his high school sweetheart. And he goes, we're just going to go. We don't even know where yet, but we're going to go. And he goes, as soon as we get back, and he goes, then from there, I focus on school and, everything else. And so I was like, wow. And I asked her, I said, he sends everything back. She said, he sends everything back. He doesn't have a need for everything. So, and he'll tell me every now and then we're not going to be able to, to communicate for a bit. So he goes, I'll get in touch with you. So it's okay. Right on. So when I get that text, he's good. He's all right. But, when I send the pictures, and he says that they were able to get 1 game out there. He goes, we were able to hear it, and it would break up, and he goes, it wasn't really as clear as we were hoping for. He goes, but I heard you, and he said he just was cracking. He goes, that's my uncle.
Wow. Oh, man. You want these? You want these, right?
You're going to have to pry them off of me. Why, I oughta.
These are the starters. Okay, so the only one that's kind of not how it is. So it's Destiny Garcia, Alexis, and that's the coach's name too, Arguelles. Like Arguelles.
Like that.
Lindsay Cardinals. San Joaquin Memorial Panthers. And
Okay, 1, 3, 10, 11, 23.
1, 3, 10, 11, 23, yep. 3, 20, 22, 34, 35.
Right on.
And then we got Destiny Garcia, Alexis Arguelles, Viola Gutierrez, Cristina Castro, Megan Salinas, Alexis Gutierrez, Katie Rojas, Rosie Esparza, Jessica Esparza, and they are cousins. Naomi Velasco, Renee Alvarado, and Lindsay. Here we've got Ali Fria, Kelly Gansey, Francesca Ingley, Matt Orduno, Ashley Dayer, Sarah Vasquez, Christina Borges, Claire Christensen, Raquel Guerrero, Christina Rontel, and Alyssa Johnston.
So my significant other said, good luck. You guys are effing funny. So I'm going to respond. Funny looking, funny smelling. Be more specific.
Yeah, basketball finals, girls Division 4. That's obviously all the games happened yesterday. The next one up is Sierra Central Valley Christian. That was a needle in the haystack.
Good morning and welcome to Fresno, California for our coverage of the 2012 Central Section Basketball Finals. And today's first game, the Division IV Girls Championship, is going to pit number 4 Lindsay, the Cinderella story here at 20-8, getting here to the finals, and they're going to face the number 2 San Joaquin Memorial Panthers that are looking to raise that flag for their school here today. With me is Brian Vilvin and our studio technician, Manny Nunez. Welcome, Brian. You got any tidbits you can throw at us here first thing?
Well, Ed, looking forward to this morning matchup here, 10 a.m., an unusual start time for a lot of these players. They're used to playing throughout the playoffs at 7 o'clock p.m., so we'll see how that affects them. But playing here in Selland Arena in Fresno, California, I think they're going to have no problem getting up for this game. For the Lindsay Cardinals, you talked about them, kind of the Cinderella story. They upset the number 1 seed Sierra 56-52 in the semifinals. Lindsay's the only number 4 seed to make it to the finals. Every other number 1 seed advanced. So they've got something to prove here on why they deserve to be here. In that semifinal performance, the super sophomore for the Cardinals, Christina Castro, had 28 points, leading her team against Sarah. So that was half of her team's points came from Castro. She averages 17 points a game, and she's what makes the Lindsay offense go. On the other side, they've got another great sophomore in this game. We're going to have 2 great sophomores pitted against each other. For the Memorial Panthers, it's sophomore Sarah Vasquez, who's been leading the team throughout the season, averaging almost 14 points a game. But in the semis, it was the senior captain, Angela Orduño, who had 20 points and leading her team to the victory. This is a championship matchup of teams that are not used to being here. It's been 26 years since San Joaquin Memorial won their last section title, and the Lindsay Cardinals have never won a section crown. So somebody is going to be extremely excited today, and they've been waiting for it for a long time.
Well, I'm pretty sure that both schools have made space in their trophy cases, if they do have them indeed, for hopefully being able to hang up today's trophy or plaque, more like it, to see who ends up pulling this game out. So we're almost underway here. Once again, it's the Division IV Girls Championship basketball here live from Fresno. One of the other things that I think we need to look for, as we've covered a couple of the games yesterday, a couple of the girls basketball games, is just the level of turnovers that we saw in both games. It's going to be interesting to see if the girls here tonight, or this morning I should say, are able to break that trend.
Yeah, it seems like whichever team has the fewest amount of turnovers tends to come out on top. And the 2 girls games we saw yesterday, actually all 4 games were double-digit victories. So if someone can get out early and play with the lead, it's a lot easier in this type of a setting in a big gym, in a big arena that they've never played in before, to play from ahead rather than behind.
That is true. I'm sure the adrenaline is pumping for both sides. We've got a good crowd here for both sides as well for a 10 a.m. game here on a Saturday, but it is the championships, and there's the tip-off. Memorial not wasting any time. And that was number 22 there, Sarah Vasquez, the sophomore forward, putting her team up here by 2 early on.
Vasquez didn't waste any time getting on the board.
And I'll tell you, counting right there is Renee Alvarado, the power forward center senior for the Cardinals, as we're knotted up at 2 here with 7:34 to go in the first quarter.
There's those quick hands that we knew we'd see out of the Lindsay Cardinals. Not a lot of height on their team, but very fast.
Destiny Garcia there looking to take the shot. Didn't fall, and you've got Rosie Esparza off the backboard there. Kind of an errant shot.
Count it. Nice offensive rebound and a finish there. That was solid.
I tell you got to like it, and that's Alyssa Johnston there, the senior power forward, going to the line. Looking to put her team up by 3 early.
And the foul went against Christina Castro, the leading scorer for the Cardinals, so got to watch that. Keep an eye out on her. We've seen in these championship games, you don't want to get your star players in foul trouble.
Yeah, that seems to be the trend here so far in these championship games, and I think these teams are going to be looking to break it. And from the top of the arc there, off of the rim, was Christina Castro. She came up short. Now as Memorial brings the ball from the top of the arc, and they're going to nail a three right there. And that was Rontel, the junior forward, giving her team an early 5-point lead here in the first quarter.
Well, Memorial sure isn't afraid to score.
I tell you, they're putting the ball up at a pretty good pace, and there's a block. Able to retain possession is Lindsay. I tell you, that was a hard drive to the lane there by Destiny Garcia.
Wow. I thought Johnson did a pretty nice job getting her position set. Instead, she's going to get called with the foul, but boy, pretty good position there for Johnson. You can't get upset if you're the coach at your player there. Maybe at the officials, though.
Not able to knock the first one down there. She misses. She's going to get a second shot here with all of the referees here for Lindsay. Pretty much made that call easy for the referees. Second shot is up, and it's a miss. Rebound there by Memorial, by Christina Rontel. You got Ali Freya. They're getting the ball around. Rontel out, passes it right down the lane there. I'll tell you, Sarah Vasquez made that look easy. As we've got a timeout here with 6:03 to go in the first quarter. It's the Memorial Panthers 9 and the Lindsay Cardinals 2.
You can watch highlights or a replay of today's game in our on-demand section. And you can also buy a DVD or Blu-ray of today's game right here on CIFCentral.tv. Click on Buy DVD and you can order today's game right now. Have a game that lasts a lifetime, brought to you by CIFCentral.tv.
Ed Alcrez, Brian Vilvin here for the 10 a.m. Saturday morning Division IV Girls Basketball Championships live from Fresno. And we've got a 9-2 lead here for Memorial. And I tell you, Brian, they're wasting no time establishing the fact that they're the number 2 seed here. They're not to be taken lightly.
Well, Lindsay's been firing up the three balls. They haven't had one fall yet. They've had some good looks, but nothing's been able to hit.
And there you got Rosie Esparza bringing it up for the Cardinals. Or actually, it's dished out. And there you've got Ali Freya. Puts the shot up, not able to get down. Is the rebound there for Lindsay. And we've no basket, and we've got an offensive foul there. So we're going to have some substitutions here early on. And so far, we've seen the offensive explosion here for San Joaquin Memorial. Is there I'm not sure if this is correct. It has them at 13 wins and 17 losses. I've got a feeling that's a typo there. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and see an inbounds here for Memorial. And welcome back to my broadcast partner, Brian Vilvin, as he stepped away from the mic there for a second to sign a few autographs here in the crowd. Shot up there, and it's going to be out of bounds. Ball going over to the red. And the red, I mean Lindsay here, the Cardinals. And I was just mentioning, Brian, that I've got here on the press sheet, we've got San Joaquin Memorial at 13 wins and 17 losses.
Yeah, well, they play in that tough CMAC conference, so they had a tough conference schedule and record, and that's why they have a losing record on the season. But obviously by their seed, you can see that their schedule was pretty brutal.
And they're showing that so far here in the first quarter.
But you know, Ed, you schedule those tough games throughout the season, you play in a tough league, and then when it comes to the championship, you're ready to perform. Big three-pointer there.
I'll tell you what, that was a shot falling away there for Christina Castro. She nails a three and brings her team within 4 here with 4:50 to go in the first quarter. And here you've got Angela Orduno kind of mixing it up there, and there's going to be a turnover. Pass down the length as they're able to set up. And that's Rosie Esparza nailing or laying it up for 2 there to bring the Cardinals to within 2 here in the first quarter. 4:24, and the clock continues to tick. And they set up and punch it out to the outside, and that's a 3-pointer there. Ali Freya from Memorial gives her team a little breathing room as we're at 12-7 in favor of the Panthers. Setting up for a 3 there. Renee Alvarado rimmed in and out. We're going to go ahead and have a foul.
Really nice follow there by Renee Alvarado. Missed the 3-pointer, but followed her shot and is going to be at the line trying to get a couple of free throws. It's the second foul on Claire Christensen for the Panthers.
She nails the first one. Let's see if she can go ahead and get the second one as we got substitutions.
And it's so important for the Cardinals, and Coach Frankie Arguez called that timeout and talked to the troops, kind of reassure them that they can stay the course. If they can just survive this first little punch, then they can get right back in it. It's still very early in the game, and they're right back in this basketball game.
Well, we're at 12-8. There was a miss there by Alvarado. Bringing it up here for Memorial. Shot and a miss there by Sarah Vasquez. There's a drive high off the glass and a miss there by Lindsay. And it seems that we're just playing at a breakneck pace here so far.
Yeah, only midway through the first quarter, and we've already got 20 points combined here.
Setting up for the 3 there is Megan Salinas, coming up short. Able to pick up the rebound. Retain possession here, does Lindsay. Going for another 3 off the backboard. The rebound. And able to retain possession there is Lindsay. The 3rd time is the charm.
Wow.
There is Rosie Esparza.
Destiny Garcia with the save and then the bucket.
I tell you what, we got a 12-10 ball game here. Shut off. Not able to drop as Lindsay gains possession once again, and it seems that they're getting the momentum here. Closing the gap to 2 at 12-10 with 2:38 here in the first quarter. And you've got Christina Castro kind of setting up her offense. And she met a wall of white there. Tried to take a shot, came up short.
I don't think the Lindsay fans like that traveling call there, but
needless to say, the ref's right there in good position to make the call.
the officials have done a really nice job this weekend.
That they have. Angela Orduño, I should say. A swing and a miss, to take a baseball term there. Coming up short as Lindsay once again has possession here. And a drive there by Megan Salinas. She's able to pick up the foul. Wasn't able to get the shot to drop there, but she's going to get a couple of chances here to get her team knotted up.
We've only had 4 fouls on the Panthers here, Ed, but 3 of them have been on Claire Christensen, the junior forward, so she's going to have to come out of the game. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, so 6 minutes in, she's already got 3 personals.
Well, that's definitely going to warrant becoming a spectator for some of this ball game. As Megan Salinas makes the second of her 2 free throws to close the gap to 1 here with a little bit under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. A shot that was missed, a rebound right there by Christina Castro, and that seems to be the name we're calling a lot here for Lindsay. She's been aggressive on both sides of the court. She's at the top of the key. She's trying to set everything up. She's driving down the lane.
Nice strong take. Get herself to the line, try to get the lead here for the Cardinals.
And I tell you, the one thing we have seen is their aggressiveness. They're taking it to Memorial, and it seems to be working. But the other part of this is you've got to make these free throws.
Yeah.
If you're unable to do that, it's all for naught if you're getting the fouls. And she nails the first one there.
Great crowd. You talked about it. 10 a.m. game, but the crowd's pumped up. The players are fired up. We've got 24 points between the two teams. This is quite the start for an early game.
I tell you, if we needed an eye-opener, we got it here because there's a lot of offense, there's a lot of noise, and this is what you're looking for here. 2012 Central Section Basketball Finals. Chase for the ball. It goes out of bounds, and we're going to go ahead and give it back to Memorial here. And one of the things you like to see is the fan participation, the parent participation, especially at this level, as we're a percentage of these girls and or boys later on in the games aren't going to go on to play any further than this, but you got to like the crowd here so far for, like you said, a 10 o'clock game.
Yeah, and what a venue, too. Selland Arena, the staff, everybody does just a great job, and the players love coming here. They call it the road to Selland throughout the year. It's a great mantra to have and something to play for and work hard for.
That's definitely the theme here that these basketball teams are looking forward to it, and what kind of drives them. Speaking of drives, there's Christina Castro up the court. She dishes it out for a three, and that's going to come up short for Lindsay Ibarra. Pass back the other way there, and that's an easy layup there.
Great pass by Angela Orduno. Length of the court pass for an easy layup.
And I tell you that was Sarah Vasquez laying that in to put her team up. Back up on top here as the Panthers have a 14-12 lead over the Cardinals with 45 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Memorial has possession, looking to add their lead. And one of the things I kind of noticed, having never really covered any girls basketball, they're much more vocal. They're much more pointing out as far as how they want things set up out there. And I don't know if it's just more of the fluidity of the boys' game that they definitely have that. But I've seen more barking out of orders here so far, this being our third game of coverage for the finals here. So loose ball there. Jump ball possession arrow is going to go to Lindsay.
Well, and that's also a sign of good teams, Ed. If they're going to be vocal and talking to each other on defense and on the offensive end, it means they're on the same page. And, maybe the teams that aren't so vocal, maybe that's the reason why they're here in the championship, that they're vocal and everybody's on the same page working as a team.
And we got a steal there from Sarah Vasquez. And all for naught is they're going to turn the ball over with a travel. And getting back to that point you made, it's definitely a good thing if you're mixing and moving and matching your pieces where you want them set up. Long inbound pass there. And that was Destiny Garcia driving the lane. Didn't come up with a shot, but she's going to get a chance here to get some of these points back from the free throw line.
Ed, we've seen some great long distance passes here from both teams.
I tell you,
throwing the ball out in front and hitting your teammate in stride for an opportunity up at the basket. Pretty solid. That's one of the hardest passes to make in basketball, is the leading pass over defenders.
And that's Lindsay Garcia missing the first of two free throws there, as we're at 14-12. She makes the second one. It's 14-13 as I correct myself there. Coming the length of the court to try to take the final shot of the quarter. Sarah Vasquez puts it up. Wasn't able to come down. And at the end of the first period, it's the Memorial Panthers 14, the Lindsay Cardinals 13.
Looking for a great place to advertise your business while reaching the greater high school community? Then you want to advertise on CIFcentral.tv. We have great rates for your business while giving you the opportunity to get your message out to a very important demographic. For more information, give us a call at 619-677-3246. Want to have your game broadcast live on the internet and be able to watch it again and again on demand while making money for your sports program? Want to give your students the opportunity to create their own broadcast for your school's athletic events? Then contact us at info@kbcsports.com. We offer season packages for schools, a full curriculum for your students, and an opportunity to raise up to $10,000 for your sports program. Again, that's info, I-N-F-O, at kbcsports.com. Or call us at 619-677-3246.
Welcome back here as we start the second period of the Girls Division IV Basketball Finals live from Fresno, California. And so far, a pretty even match here, Brian, as Memorial's up by 1 to start this second quarter.
It has been very evenly contested here. Both of these teams putting up a solid offensive performance, 14-13 after a quarter.
And there's Sarah Vasquez kicking it out to Ali Freya. We've got a turnover as Lindsay's able to get the ball back. There's one of those long-range passes you talked about.
Love it.
Destiny Garcia taking the shot, coming up short, but she's going to get a chance here. She'll get 2 chances to try to either tie this game up or put her team up by 1.
And I think that's my favorite play in basketball is the long distance pass.
Long distance pass. And after a few bounces off the rim there, that one's going to go, and we're knotted up here at 14. Well, and just the distance, I mean, it's able to get us there. She misses the second of her 2 free throws.
And that's the risk you run.
That's the other side of that long-range pass there.
Trying to throw it through tight windows.
As Megan Salinas was able to get her hand up and knock away the pass, but Memorial does keep possession here. Sarah Vasquez from well past the three-point arc puts the Panthers back up 17-14 here with 17:15 to go in the second period.
Yeah, that was a deep, deep three for Vasquez.
I tell you, and she probably could have made that from a few feet further. It was all net. Angela Ardullo kicks it back out there to Christina Rontel. So we've got a foul.
Great defensive rebounding position there by Alexis Arguelles.
And we're going to head back the other way. There's a familiar scene we've seen here.
To the free throw line now for Lindsay, Alexis Arguelles.
Alexis Arguelles is going to try to chip away at this lead here with her first free throw. Comes up short. They're able to get the rebound.
That's a big rebound in a bucket. Alvarado, solid.
Alvarado in position to get that rebound and cut the lead to 1 here. And we're going to get another foul.
Foul on the shot.
And one of the things that I think that I'm just starting to see here where they're able to break the trend is that there haven't been as many turnovers that I had mentioned early on. There seems to be more of a fluid point to their game, and people are where they're supposed to be as opposed to the first 2 girls basketball championship games that we did cover.
And everybody's finishing really well. These teams are just very solid with their touch around the basket.
So let's see right here if Angela Orduño is able to sink this second free throw.
I've been really impressed with Orduño's game. Also Christina Rontel. Christina Rontel, one of the bigs for the Panthers at 6 feet tall, and she is also one of the best passers we've seen in this entire weekend.
And they're answering back. Renee Alvarado. So we're knotted up here again. And when it comes to championship games, this is what you like to see. As there, the pass from Ali Freya doesn't get to anybody. They're going to have a turnover.
Good pressure defense being played by the Lindsay Cardinals.
Cardinals get the possession here as they're going to bring it back up court. That's Destiny Garcia. And that's an errant pass there by Renee Alvarado. And the before mentioned Angela Orduño able to rebound it there as Renee Alvarado. They clear it out for the Cardinals.
So, Ed, as soon as we say they're not turning the ball over and they're finishing around the basket, we've had 4 possessions in a row with turnovers or missed layups here. We gave them the jinx.
Well, I tell you, knock on particle board here that we can go ahead and put an end to that. Maybe we won't make mention of it for a few minutes. We seem to be the jinx here in Fresno today. Driving to the basket there, Kelly Gansey. She's going to be fouled. And
Number 3, Alexis Arguelles picks up her first foul.
Arguelles is the one that's going to be called for the foul as Kelly Gansey goes to the free throw line and try to give her team the lead here as we're knotted up at 18 at 5:35 of the second quarter. Kind of an old school high arch there on that free throw shot as bounces off the rim for a miss. Let's see if she's able to make the second one here. Yeah, she does, and it's 19-18 Panthers.
Nice follow through there for the lefty.
Drive by Christina Castro. Just off the rim as Memorial's able to gain possession. And there's an errant pass as Megan Salinas brings it back up court. They're able to get the rebound there was Christina Castro. She drives, score it, and a chance to make this a three-point play as the Cardinals take the lead here with 5:04 to go. 20-19 over Memorial.
Yeah, that was quite a take.
And so far here in this ballgame, we're definitely going to give an A for effort for both sides. As we've seen some drives and some fouls, and I got a feeling when all is said and done, there's going to be a lot of icy hot packs sold and used here. Off the rim, wasn't able to add to that lead there as Memorial's going to get the ball back. And as one of the other things that we didn't mention earlier, the Cardinals coming in, the Lindsay Cardinals have no section championship history, but the Panthers have 8. Rich tradition here of basketball excellence for the girls basketball program anyway. Drive there off the rim.
And the Panther boys team was crowned Division II champions last night with a victory over Tulare Union.
Here we had a little mix-up. Renee Alvarado and Kelly Gansey. And that's the possession arrow is gonna go to Lindsay. There's Christina Castro with the inbound pass to Destiny Garcia, who's bringing it up, dishes it out. Megan Salinas with the jumper to extend the lead here for the Cardinals, 22-19. 4:24 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, the Cardinals were trailing 9-2 at one point, and since then it's been a 20-10 run.
So far, so good for the Cinderella story here of the. Going to go ahead and get a travel on Sarah Vasquez.
And that was a little bit out of control there.
Yeah, she ran into number 23, Renee Alvarado, and just tossed the ball straight up. And we're going to go ahead and call the travel.
She felt the contact, just tried to throw it up, appearing like it was toward the basket, trying to get the call. But the officials not budging on that one.
Not an Academy Award performance there. They're not buying it. There's Christina Castro dishing it off. And kind of a mix-up there. Fighting for the rebound, and there you go. You're going to have Lindsay Ibarra heading to the free throw line to try to add on to the Cardinals' lead here. And it would be something, I tell you. The number 4, Lindsay, to pull this off. There's still plenty of basketball left to be played. But so far, they've played a pretty good game here.
And Ed, another thing that has held true in the basketball, even any basketball that I've covered over the last few years, is whichever team is crashing the offensive glass the hardest and getting those second chance opportunities is the team that, you know, obviously you have a higher percentage of scoring when you have more opportunities. So right now it looks like the Lindsay Cardinals are just all over the offensive glass, and it shows on the scoreboard with that 3-point lead.
Slick ball handling moves there by Angela Orduno. She's going to pick up the foul and head to the free throw line. And just as you said that, of course, there were the second free throw missed. And Lindsay was not in a position to pick up the offensive rebound. Memorial gaining possession coming down, and now they looking to cut into this Lindsay lead, which they do. We're at 22-20 here with 3:37 to go in the second quarter of this ball game. And I think going back once again to some of the games yesterday, we weren't seeing that as far as trying to give yourself the second and third opportunities on the offensive side. Pass and a block there. I tell you what, that was.
Christina Rontel saying, Yeah,
the 6 foot forward say, not here, not now.
Little official timeout here.
Discussing a few things.
I think the official's going over to the scores table saying, did you see that block?
Yeah, I just had to stop the action here to see if you caught it.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
Shot clock being reset. Although it. Okay, so now it's going to be at 18. And we can continue.
There we go. Inbound pass from Alexis Gutierrez to Christina Castro. She drives the lane and just off the rim. Rebound there by Angela Orduno. It's a name we've been calling a lot here so far in the first half. The drive there and a miss by Sarah Vasquez. It's going to be Lindsay's ball here. With a tick over 3 minutes to go here in this first half. Inbound pass there. And that was Rosie Esparza pulling up and hitting 15-foot jumper there to put the Cardinals up by 4. And just as quickly, 3-point shot for Francesca Ingley.
And right before that three-pointer went for Ingley, you could see Coach Frankie Arguelles yelling for somebody to go guard Ingley. Finally, somebody came over at the last minute, but Ingley, a nice little pump fake to get them moving and then drilled that three. So everybody knows that Francesca Ingley is a sharpshooter from the outside.
And she showed it right there, the junior forward. And she drained it, bottom of the net, no rim there.
The head coach for San Joaquin Memorial, Miguel Nieves, and for the Lindsay Cardinals, Frankie Arguelles.
We got some changing of the guard there. Both teams making a few changes.
Blocking foul to Lindsay.
Lindsay's going to come up with the foul, and they're going to send inbounding. It'll be an inbound pass for Memorial here. Or actually, going to the free throw line is Kelly Gansey.
In the bonus here, a little 1-and-1.
Let's see if she's able to knot this game back up at 24.
Kelly Nancy gets another.
And that she does.
The lefty with the teardrop.
I tell you, the southpaw, you don't see too many of them in basketball. In all my years, I haven't seen too many of them, but the ones I have seen, pretty good. There, just as I spoke once again, I jinxed her. She misses the second of the free throws. Lindsay with the rebound. And they're going to go ahead and give her the three, and that was Christina Castro with the three-pointer.
But it seems like every time Lindsay goes on a little run, Memorial responds. Let's see if they can respond to that triple by Castro.
Ali Freya there dishing it out to Angela Orduno. Kind of an in and out, and Lindsay's going to come up with the ball here.
That one did look good. Nice little pump fake there and a jump stop from Angela Orduno. Good look at the basket, just didn't fall that time, but that's a very high percentage shot. And I'm sure Coach Nieves will let her take that all day. The senior captain of this Memorial Panther team.
And I'll tell you what, we've seen good form on both sides of the court here from both teams. And there, an errant three.
Well, we got a foul down low. They're going to get Christina Rontel on the push-off as she was fighting for position with Renee Alvarado. So Alvarado will go to the line for the double bonus right now. Trying to add to this Cardinal lead.
And if you're Lindsay going into the half, the fact that you got a lead, that's got to be a huge bonus here. She makes the first free throw there. We stand at 28-24 here with 1:27 to go in the first half of this Division IV girls section, Central section basketball final. In and out there. Wouldn't fall for Alvarado, and now we've got Sarah Vasquez driving off the rim, and we're going to get a foul. I believe that's going to be on Rosie Esparza. There, as she's going to send Sarah Vasquez back to the line.
Let's see how Vasquez can do here on the free throws.
Just kind of a line drive. There to her shot off the rim. She's going to get a second opportunity here. And that one she does dunk in. So we're 28-25 here.
Been a very exciting first half, Ed.
Pretty good scoring.
Aha.
Second opportunity, no go there for Lindsay.
Jump ball.
Christina Borges, the senior power forward there. Able to hold on and get possession for Memorial. Ball in the hands of Angela Orduno. And they're going to go ahead and get her for the travel.
That was nice defense there to force the travel. One of the defenders for the Cardinals got a hand in on the ball, and Orduno kind of lost the handle, caught it finally, but was still walking around. Easy call for the officials.
You got Christina Castro here with under a minute to go. She's kind of surveying and seeing what she's got. She's got a pass underneath.
Beautiful pass underneath.
Beautiful pass there. Megan Salinas wasn't able to complete her part there on the end of that pass. So ball went up and over the rim. She got Megan Salinas back on defense there, able to get her hand in. As it's Memorial's ball here. Shot clock is off. We're going to go ahead and get a timeout. So with 28.7 seconds here to go in the second quarter, Cardinals 28, Panthers 25 for the 2012 Central Section of Basketball Finals. We're going to go ahead and take a breather and pay the bills here. Brian, what do you got?
KBCSports.com will be providing live audio coverage of the State Regional Basketball Championships as well as the finals. March Madness comes to high school basketball in California on March 17th for the Regional Basketball Championships. 4 venues of coverage around the state. Then the following weekend, March 23rd and 24th, it's the California State Basketball Championships. You can catch it all on KBCSports.com, your home for high school sports.
Back here is Christina Borges looks to have tried to even up the ball game at 28. Ball fell short. It's going to be Lindsay's possession here, and they can pretty much make this the last possession of the first half if they choose to, as we're underneath the shot clock with about 20 seconds to go here. Christina Castro bringing it up court. Renee Alvarado dishing it back to Castro as they're looking to set up for the last shot. And there, Renee Alvarado buries the three. The last ditch shot before the half falls short for Angela Orduno. And we've got the Lindsay Cardinals here to close out the first half with 31 and the Memorial Panthers at 25. And that's going to conclude the first half of this ball game, and hopefully the first half leads into the second half as far as excitement and great basketball being played.
Yeah, that was extremely exciting. You talked about waiting for the last shot of the half, but instead Renee Alvarado saw an open three and drilled it. You'll take that all day. And now a 6-point lead into the half for Lindsay, coming in as the number 4 seed, but they think that they deserve this championship as much as anybody, and they're proving it right now on the court.
And that with a 6-point lead, Lindsay goes into the locker room, and they've got to be feeling pretty good about themselves right now. And as you mentioned, coming in as the number 4 seed. Doesn't seem to matter because they're playing like a number 1 seed here in this first half. And here we've got some halftime activities, and I guess kind of the thing of the day, the Angry Birds theme that we've seen here throughout the section finals, as representatives from both schools come out and try to win prizes and try to pump up the crowd by competing in little games here on the court while both teams take a breather. And getting back to this year, you've got a 4 and a 2 seed. You don't have a number 1 seed coming in this final, but I tell you, like I said, Lindsay playing like a number 1. And Memorial not too far behind. They're only down by 6. We're going to see if both coaches can motivate one to try to hold on to the lead and put an improbable championship underneath their belt, which would be for Lindsay, or if Memorial's able to shake off a few of the errant passes and missed opportunities they had on the offensive side of the boards there. If they're able to kind of rectify that, come out in the second half, and close this gap of 6 points and possibly overtake Lindsay and come away with a championship.
Yeah, it's definitely still anybody's game here at the half, and like we said, a lot of offense being played, and neither team coming out afraid. They've been firing up 3 balls and layups as well, just really doing a lot offensively, and let's see if someone can step up their game defensively, and they'll be able to take it all the way to a Division IV crown.
So we're going to go ahead and take a quick breather here, as both teams have. You're watching the coverage of the Division IV girls division. Well, I did say the Division IV basketball Central Section Finals here, live from Selland Arena. Brought to you by CIF Central.tv, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
3:16 left to go in this ball game. I formation, 3rd and 3 from the 45 of the Wolverines. And this time, holy cow! Dion almost hands it to the Westview player. He's going to run this to the 5-10. Touchdown, Wolverines! How did that happen? That was
Snyder.
Holy cow! He was in the backfield before the running back could even get the handoff. He took the handoff from Dion.
He took the ball right out of Dion's hands and just...
Holy cow!
Can't say I've seen that one very often.
Snyder comes shooting in from the A-gap. I think Dion froze when he saw him. He's ready to hand off to his running back. He froze when he saw him and just let him have the ball. 12 seconds to go.
Oh, you could hear a pin drop.
5, 4, 3, 2. Get the snap off. Last play of the game. Brewster rolls right. Gets away from 2 sacks. Dons wins. Sack at the 20-yard line. What a game.
And number 40, Lucas Zinder with the game-saving sack. And there is heartbreak on one sideline and a jubilation on another.
Offset eye for the Grizzlies as Keeney takes it under center. They'll send a man in motion, pitch back to Bird on the sweep. Bird finds a seam. He might go, folks. 20, 15, 10. Drags a tackler. Touchdown! Bird goes 38 yards for the touchdown on the sweep. One more snap is all it's going to take, and there you have it, folks. Your 2011 Division I Sac Joaquin section champions, the Granite Bay Grizzlies, as they defeat Pleasant Grove 30-24.
Jacqueline Williamson. Her serve is over. Dug by Holt. Giblin going back to Holt near side. Cut shot. Kept alive. Back in one by Cathedral. And this one is out. as Castanon Hill sends it wide, and the Cathedral Dons have won the title 16-14 in Game 5.
Thomas with the ball, swings it out to Norris. Cameron Taylor tried to block that one away. Norris with a strong take, blocked by B.J. Anya. Huge block. Robinson leading the break the other way, gets it to Grant. Slam dunk Jeremy Grant off the feed from James Robinson. What a play by the Stag.
Hancock to his immediate left. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Hancock on a counter, right side. He's inside the 10. He bounces off a tackler at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Helix. And behind Hancock, the field is littered with white jerseys on the turf.
Wow. Hancock not to be outdone by his fellow playmakers on offense. Put on a show on that short 12-yard touchdown run. Looked like he was down after 3 yards, just threw a defender on the ground.
As sophomore Chris Carter sits under center in a tight wing formation. Lycos in motion. Second back through is Freeman. Freeman just knocking people over. Look at him run. Breaks through. 4 tackles. And now it's just a foot race to the end zone. And Freeman's going to go the distance. Touchdown Imperial on the first play of the second half. 2nd and 6 for Imperial from their own 47. They're going to give it to Freeman again off the left side. And Freeman gets by one wave and down across the 40-yard line. Still on his feet. Look at him run down to the 20-yard line. One man to beat. Gets by him. Touchdown, Freeman. How did he do that? Holy cow. 64-yard touchdown run. His 5th of the game. Royce Freeman, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to see the top rushing, and as I look over to our partners at KXO Radio, the top rusher in the San Diego section for the next 2 years.
That's just amazing. That is just amazing. They hit him in the backfield. They hit him at the line of scrimmage. They hit him a couple of yards downfield. They hit him again near the goal line.
No 5-second count can be started. Nobody was close enough defensively. Lyle's going to swing left side. Robinson. Here is a backdoor lob for Grant. They've been wanting that all game. And they got it, 50-42. They lulled you to sleep, and then they hit Grant on the back door.
They trail by 2. McMorrow's kick is on the way, and it is good. St. Augustine has their first lead of the game, 21-20 with 25 seconds to play. The senior McMorrow with a huge kick, not the longest of his career, but the biggest of his career. St. Augustine leads it 21 to
already lining up. They won't even have to run that one more play. They just acquiesce.
Why bother?
So there you have it. Your 5-time defending Division III champions, the Cathedral Catholic Dons, running up, over, and through Olympian 41-0 here from Qualcomm Stadium.
Patriots down 21-17. Great ball game here. Dillon taking it, looking right, throwing it up top to Gaines. It will be caught by Gaines. Oh, my goodness. It looked like the defender had it, but Gaines stole it away from him. Jason Gaines, are you kidding me, my friend? Oh, boy. It looked like for sure we had an interception by the Tories, but as they both were going to the ground, Jason Gaines just wrestled it away from him. Shane Dillon to Jason Gaines on an 11-yard play.
Fanchen in the game, now out, replaced by Hayashi, the libero for defense. Wenzel serve. Championship point, ball up in the air. Hayashi's going to bring it back. Richards, deep one, over and 3. Free opportunity. Look for Wallace. No, they go Becker. Hayashi, then tap over and 2 by Hollingsworth. Now look for Wallace for the match.
Kathleen Wallace. No better way for the Bulls to finish it than giving it to their senior leader.
Welcome back to the CIF Central.tv's coverage of the 2012 Central Section Basketball Finals. Currently, we're watching the Girls Division IV Championships between the Lindsay Cardinals, who have 31 points here coming in from the first half, to Memorial's 25 here. As we're going to start the second half Brian, your feelings on what we saw in the first half and what we can expect for the rest of this ballgame?
Well, I was just really impressed with how the Lindsay Cardinals responded to the early run made by San Joaquin Memorial. The Panthers came out and went up 9-2 to start the game, and as the lower seed, Lindsay could have crumbled, but Coach Arguelles called a timeout, got his troops together, and since then they have been on a tear. And it shows on the scoreboard 31 points. They've scored 29 since they called that timeout, trailing 9-2. And right now, Lindsay looks like the team to beat here.
Well, let's see what happens if they're able to sustain that, or if at the break Memorial was able to shake off whatever it was that gave them a 6-point deficit going in. Just really quick, we're going to have an errant pass there, kind of a semi-no look, if you would. And that's Angela Orduno bringing the ball up court. She's going to drive the lane. She's going to pull up. She dishes it off.
Great pass.
And I tell you, that was Alyssa Johnston, the 6'2 senior there to put it in off the glass. 31-27 here with 3:30 or so to go. As we're going to get a travel.
That's 2 quick turnovers by the Cardinals.
And that's not
Can't
the way
be
you
having
wanted
that here to start the second half.
That's not the way you wanted to come out. You wanted to pretty much maintain the tempo you had in the first half.
But if you're on a roll like that, sometimes the halftime break is a detriment to you.
Yeah, kind of a natural break there. The shot up by Johnston doesn't fall. It's going to go out of bounds, and the ball's going to go back over to Lindsay. Quickly, Memorial scoring the first few points here of the second half. Let's see if Lindsay's able to break through. And there's Castro. Pretty much lurking at the top of the key as she turns it over.
3 straight turnovers and 3 trips for the Cardinals.
The right place at the right time was Ali Freya for the Panthers. And that's Orduno passing it off, and we're turnover right back there as Destiny Garcia looking to set it up for Megan Salinas. Led her a little bit too far there as they're going to give the ball back to Memorial.
And that's 4 straight turnovers, 4 trips, 4 TOs for the Cardinals.
And you're wondering at this point if Coach Arguelles may have to use another timeout to set his ship straight.
And the key thing is for Memorial, they've got to take advantage of the turnovers and get points off of turnovers, and that time they're able to do that, cut the lead to just 2.
That was Sarah Vasquez there. That was Destiny Garcia for Lindsay. Throwing up a 3-point shot. It bounces off the rim. Struggle down there for the ball. They're going to call the possession arrow over to the Panthers. And here they've got a chance to either tie it up or take the lead with a little bit over 6 minutes to go here in this third quarter.
Got a blocking foul here on the Cardinals.
And that's going to send Sarah Vasquez. Actually, not to the line, but it's going to go ahead and have some substitutions here.
Coach Arguelles looks a little bit upset as he calls that timeout.
I tell you, we got a timeout here. Cardinals 31, Panthers 29 with 5:53 to go here in the Division IV Girls Championship game. And Brian, what do you got for us?
KBCSports.com and the Play On Sports Network showcase great high school games every week. And now you can access our content using multiple platforms. Follow us on Facebook, get the latest KBC and Play On news on Twitter, or catch our highlights in high definition on YouTube. All of our content can now link to your favorite social media site. Share all the high school action you see every week. Brought to you by your home for high school sports, KBCSports.com and Play On Sports.
I'm Ed Alcrez here with Brian Vilvan, covering the Division IV Basketball Championships live from Fresno, California. And there's a 3-point shot there put up by Angela Orduno, and we're knotted up. They're going to give her 2. I got a little excited there. They're just going to give her 2, but we're knotted up here at 31. And Brian, what's your feeling on momentum swing here to start the second half?
Well, it's been a great start to the second half here for San Joaquin Memorial. And now we've got our 5th turnover against Lindsay here in the second half. We're only 2.5 minutes into the second half. Already 5 turnovers for the Cardinals. And their 6-point halftime lead has evaporated.
And we're knotted up here at 31. Memorial with the possession. And a quick steal there by Christina Castro. But just as she was going to turn back up the court, sneakers got crossed there, and she did kind of a slide there on the hardwood. They're going to retain possession, Lindsay here. With 5:21 to go, we're knotted up at 31.
First team foul this half.
And that turnover there was something that they desperately needed to kind of snap the streak of their own turnovers here to start the second half. And there's Castro passing it out there. And we've got Memorial coming back the other way. And just as quickly, there's a turnover there by the steal by Castro. And she was looking to drive the lane and do it all herself, and she's going to get the foul.
Good strong take by Castro. She knew that her team needed to get something going, so she figures might as well go strong to the basket, try to pick up a foul on one of these Panthers and get to the line.
And that was Raquel Guerrero with the foul. That's her second there. And right after the steal there for Castro, she had Destiny Garcia wide open down the middle of the court. Wasn't able to see her. As Castro nails her first free throw. Wasn't able to see her, but just the quick transition there for Destiny Castro, seeing she wasn't going to get the pass, she came back and set herself up at part of the offense. As the second free throw is up and no good there. And last touch by a Panther.
Nice little break for Lindsay there. They're going to keep the possession underneath their basket. Looked like a couple of Panthers going for the ball, ran into each other. Lost it out of bounds.
It's going to be Cardinals ball here. And back out to Castro, the top of the key. And her pass there to Megan Salinas, just a little bit over her head, and out of bounds. And just that quick break taken away as Memorial gets the ball back. And there's a push. Kelly Gansey drawing the foul.
Gansey does a nice job taking it strong to the basket and getting fouled. We've seen her at the free throw line a number of times this morning, excuse me.
That's the lucky lefty, if I'm correct.
That's right.
In and out there. She misses the first free throw. Well, and if you're Lindsay, you still got the lead here by 1. But you got to imagine that Coach Arguelles has definitely got a few words for his team on how they can adjust. And there Gansey makes the second of her 2 free throws, and we're knotted up again here at 32. And a pass from Castro well over the head of Destiny Garcia, and we're going to hand the ball right back to the Memorial Panthers.
And Castro might be trying to do a little bit too much with her passing. She had some beautiful passes in the first half, and she's missed on a number of them here in the second half.
Here you've got Gansey driving to the hole. She was stripped of the ball. And there's Castro out to Megan Salinas, who lays it up and in. It's going to put Lindsay back up 34-32 here with about 4:05 to go in the third quarter.
That's a big bucket, not just to take the lead back, but also to get the confidence back for Castro making those long distance passes. It was a beautiful pass.
And that's Sarah Vasquez there drawing a.
Castro was in her face, but it looked like he might have gotten away with a little bit of push off there, but now 3 fouls on Castro. That's something they've got to worry about.
They're in a long Three-point shot by Vasquez, no go. As the ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Cardinals ball. Well, not as much scoring as we saw in the first half here to start this second half here in the third quarter. Just a few half a dozen points, it seems like, for each team. The pace has definitely slowed down. And she's got Destiny Garcia bringing it up the court.
Christina Castro finds herself on the bench with those 3 fouls. She probably won't come back in until a minute or so left in the third quarter.
Jump ball.
And right there, Raquel Guerrero for the Panthers. As we're going to have substitutions for both sides, but Raquel Guerrero there, it looked like she came down with a rebound, but a jump ball possession arrow going to the Lindsay Cardinals. And there, Destiny Garcia getting the bad pass, and she's able to. She's got her shot blocked there. And we were playing a little bit of a 2-on-2 there.
They're flying all over the place right now.
Lindsay's side of the court.
Blocking foul.
And there, Megan Salinas is going to get called with a blocking foul
Charge to number 11.
on Sarah Vasquez.
Megan Salinas, her second.
3:20 to go here in the third quarter. 34-32. Lindsay over San Joaquin Memorial. Division IV Girls Basketball Finals. Live from Selland Arena here in Fresno, California. Not able to get her hands on the pass was Francesca Ingley. And the sure-handedness kind of went over to the other side as Rosie Esparza wasn't able to keep possession there for the Cardinals.
That time Rosie Esparza dribbled the ball off of Fabiola Gutierrez's foot. Gutierrez was running across their cross paths and the ball right off the foot and out of bounds.
There you had Fabiola knocking it out of bounds, and Memorial will maintain possession here. The ball inside, they're going to tangle up.
Jump ball, possession stays with Memorial.
And the possession is going to stay with Memorial there. And as you had mentioned earlier, Brian, just a lot of bodies and hands flying all over the place here.
That's the sharpshooter there, no good, Francesca Ingley.
Back up the court, the pass from Destiny Garcia to Megan Salinas. And just as quickly, we're transitioning back with Memorial in possession there, and they're setting up for a three, and that's going to pull up short. Angela Orduno. And a beautiful pass there. Destiny Garcia taking the pass and laying it up right there. And that's going to give the Cardinals a 4-point lead. And that was a great lead there by Rosie Esparza. Esparza to Garcia for a beautiful two. There, Orduno driving and then able to come up with a shot. And she's going to go ahead and draw the foul.
Nice job hitting the glass for the Panthers. 2 offensive boards in that possession.
And we're still a pretty tight-knit ball game here with about 10 minutes and 3 seconds to go here total in this game. As Angela Orduno makes the first of 2 free throws there.
The senior captain doing her part right now.
And one of the things you got to like here is it seems that with both teams that everybody who seems to be out on the court just is maintaining the poise and just not letting the fact that they're here in the finals rattle or get to them in any way or shape or form.
Yeah, they're playing like they're used to being on this stage. Even though it's been 26 years since the last Memorial Championship, and the Lindsay Cardinals have never won one, but both teams really not showing any signs of weakness here at Selland Arena.
And Orduno did make the second of those free throws, closing the gap to 36-34. And there, I'm not sure if it was a three-point attempt or not.
I think it was Ashley Baker.
And if that's the case, she's going to go ahead and get 3 attempts to put Lindsay up by a few more here in the closing minutes of the third quarter. And we haven't heard anything from Baker, but she's got a chance to definitely make her mark here on this lead for Lindsay. She misses the first of 3 free throws. Here she's setting up for her second. Goes ahead and puts that one in. 37-34 Cardinals lead here with another free throw yet to be taken. We want to make note too, Brian, as well as the depth definitely plays into this. As Baker was not in the starting 5, but as she misses the first and the third of the free throws, she adds one there for a 37-34 Cardinal lead here in the third quarter. But the depth definitely has a chance to play a big part here going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it does. When you can go deep on your bench, and then by the time the fourth quarter comes around, your star players can be out on the floor contributing, especially in a tight game like this. It's so important. As we get a traveling violation against the Cardinals, and the Lindsay fans not pleased with that. They wanted a foul, but yeah, both of these teams go very deep on the bench. A lot of girls have played for both sides, and that's important on this type of run.
They're going to go ahead and get the travel there on Renee Alvarado of the Cardinals. Memorial has the possession. And almost a steal there by Destiny Garcia, and that said, it is a steal. And she's able to get the ball back for Lindsay. And a shot off the mark there as they're able to get the offensive rebound. But there's Christina Rontel coming down with the ball, and Memorial back on offense. And a shot there by Raquel Guerrero. An air ball that passed down to Renee Alvarado.
Both teams playing at a frenetic pace right now for the last minute and a half or so. We got 44 seconds left in the third quarter. But I got to imagine Coach Nieves wants to slow it down a little bit, because when you go in that fast pace, you tend to get not only a lot of layup opportunities, but a lot of turnovers. And that's something you don't want to see here if you're Memorial trailing by 3, trying to get off a good shot.
Shot taken there by Christina Rontel, didn't fall. Or correction, that was Alyssa Johnston. Not able to get it to fall, as Memorial will retain possession. 33 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 37-34, Lindsay over Memorial.
Thought we were going to get a 5-second call. Instead, we got a timeout by Memorial.
Saw that there weren't any openings there to get the ball inbounded. Memorial doing the smart thing and calling the timeout. And here, as both teams are kind of huddled, if you're on the Lindsay side, what words do you think are being said to the players over there?
Well, you just got to stay the course. You've got to lead here and continue doing what they've been doing well, and that's high-pressure defense, turning that defense into offense on the other end. And, you know, without Christina Castro on the floor, somebody's got to provide some offense for this Lindsay team. I think it might be coming from Destiny Garcia.
We've definitely seen her all around this court here so far in this ball game on both ends. We've called her name quite a bit. And there's the inbounds pass to Raquel Guerrero. She passes it back over to Sarah Vasquez. Vasquez drives the lane, puts the ball up. Won't go. Rebound there by Rosie Esparza. And we're going back the other way. Megan Salinas takes the shot off the backboard. Memorial with possession. Under 10 seconds here. And we've got a foul there with 2.1 seconds to go.
Good offensive board and putback by Raquel Guerrero.
And on that last shot, you had Angela Orduño. Looks like she had a clear path to the basket and just kind of rattled off. And here Guerrero's got a chance to close this 3-point deficit for her team. First free throw. Misses the rim completely.
And the Lindsay fans are letting her know about it.
Their pleasure with her air ball there. Lindsay up by 3. Closing seconds of this third quarter. As Guerrero prepares to take her second free throw shot. That one does go. So the inbounds pass, 1, and there'll be no shot taken.
And that's how you do it. You airball one, and then you drill the second one. You quiet the fans.
So we've got 3 quarters down here in this Division IV Central Section Girls Final with the Lindsay Cardinals 37 and the San Joaquin Memorial Panthers 35. And I'll tell you what, this game is everything that it was meant to be advertised. You've got the Cinderella story up by 2 going into the final period. And your thoughts with 3 periods down and 1 to go, Brian?
I've just been very impressed with both of these teams, the way they've been playing, especially with how they came out at the beginning. And in these second and third quarters, they've played a little bit more tentative, but they're keeping it close. They don't want to, get too far behind. And I think both teams have gone on runs. I've been really impressed with how the opponent has responded to the run every single time, and that's why we've got such a close game, because teams are able to come back and forth.
And it just seems that neither team is able to really get that breakaway kind of, 5-6 point swing to go their way. It seems like miss, make. They've exchanged punches and misses here so far in what has been about as close as you can get. Here, I mean, we've got points on the board. It's not really that much of a low-scoring affair at 37-35. And I think if you're Lindsay right here as we start the fourth quarter, fingers crossed, just try to play a good quarter here, a good 8 minutes of basketball. We can go ahead and take that plaque home. Memorial here is first possession of the fourth quarter. The ball passed out to Alyssa Johnston. She's unable to come up with it. And there, Destiny Garcia driving for the layup. Misses it. Rebound there by Christina Castro.
Castro's got to be careful not to pick up that fourth foul. Great pass.
I tell you what, to Lindsay Ibarra. And Christina Castro makes her presence felt really quick here in the fourth quarter. She picks up an assist. And just as quickly as she helps out on the offensive side of the ball, Christina Castro.
Yeah, there's that fourth foul we were talking about. She's going to be at the bench for a while, and that's a huge, huge loss for the Cardinals.
As the foul was called, she put her arms up and basically, pleading her case. What did I do? It wasn't me. You've got the wrong person here, ref. But that's going to be her fourth.
And now we're trying to find out here who that foul was against.
And I think there was a correction. It was Destiny Garcia, number 1, for the Cardinals, who did pick up that foul. And if that is the case, that's going to definitely be a sigh of relief for Coach Arguelles, as he's going to have a little bit more flexibility there with one of his key players, Christina Castro, as we're still looking to get clarification here.
All right, we have a foul charge on this last one to number 10.
They are going to go ahead and charge Christina Castro, giving her fourth foul. And that'll definitely drive her to take a seat here with 7:24 to go in the fourth quarter. And if you're Coach Arguelles, that pretty much ties your hands as far as using one of your pivotal players.
As we have a lane violation called against the shooter, Angela Arduino, but just so difficult with your star player. 4 fouls on the bench. She's going to have to sit for 3-4 minutes here, and then if she goes back in, who knows how long she'll last out there. Somebody's got to step up, like you said.
Up and in there.
Good start, Megan Salinas.
I tell you, Megan Salinas, she might have hurt us. And there's a turnover. Ball back to Salinas, and she's able to pick up that loose ball. She drives. Ball doesn't go in. Destiny Garcia there for the putback.
And 2 possessions in a row, we've had big players step up. Megan Salinas with a nice drive to the basket, and then a steal, gets the ball off to Destiny Garcia, who finishes. So we have 4 quick points to open up a 7-point lead for Lindsay, and that's the kind of response you want when a player goes to the bench.
Definitely, the other team able to pick up the slack there for Christina Castro, who has 4 fouls. And just after we said that, Destiny Garcia goes ahead and picks up a foul. And at the free throw line there right now is Sarah Vasquez. She makes the first of her free throws, makes the second, closes the gap to 43-38 here for Lindsay.
Good looking free throws there.
With about 6:40 to go here in the ball game. 5-point lead for the number 4 seeded Lindsay Cardinals. Rebound there by Alyssa Johnston. Memorial's going to bring the ball up the court. And there it is, a 3-point attempt off the back of the rim there by Francesca Ingley.
Gotta like the sportsmanship out there as well. When an opponent goes down, you help them up.
There you go, and then that's one of the keys to remember. You know, this is still a bottom line. It's a ball game, a learning experience. You definitely want to leave a good example for the underclassmen that are going to come back next year. And both teams are going to be hoping to make it back to the finals and continue on that good sportsmanship that you did mention.
And these are high school athletes, you know, in the same section. Got to remember that at the end of the day, they're it's just another person.
Exactly. And there you've got Angela Orduno making the first of 2 free throws, cutting the lead to 43-39. And she drains the second one, so we've got a 43-40 score here. 6:26 to go in the 4th quarter.
And it just stays with the theme that we've had throughout, that if one team makes a run, the other team responds almost immediately.
And there's Megan Salinas. We've got a tie up underneath the basket. Jump ball, and they're going to go ahead and give it to Lindsay. And that was something they needed. They took 2 shots there, unable to get them to fall. And they're going to get a 3rd crack at this. Off the rim, just short there by Lindsay, or by Salinas. She's got the ball back. That's up and in there for Alexis Arguelles.
Arguelles crashing the glass. I like it.
Picking up her own rebound and extending the lead here in the 4th quarter to 5. Now you've got Memorial back on offense, looking to shoot the 3, coming up short. Rebound by the Cardinals. Oh, and there was the pass from Salinas looking for Alexis Gutierrez. Just
Almost
a little bit out of her reach. But you got to like the down court vision there for Salinas. She saw an opening, was willing to take it. Unfortunately, just a little bit out of the reach there of Alexis Gutierrez, the sophomore forward. Possession back to Memorial here. With just under 5.5 minutes to go. Lindsay holding on to a 5-point lead. Driving up and no good. There by Christina Rontel. Megan Salinas with a shot. Comes up short, rebound. Sarah Vasquez. She drives, and she's going to go ahead and get the foul. The foul will be on Destiny Garcia.
Coast to coast, Vasquez, nice rebound, securing it, and then taking it strong to the bucket. Couple of big free throws coming up here for the sophomore forward for the Panthers.
And that's the 4th on Destiny Garcia, so you're going to have another key player there, and she's more of just that energetic spark plug here for the Lady Cardinals. They're going to have her take a seat as we get a substitution. That's another aspect of the game that you got to take into consideration. You don't want to foul out, but you can't necessarily have them in there. We're still close to, with a little bit under 5 minutes to go here in this ball game.
And that's your 2 guards, both with 4 fouls. So
back into the game. Castro having to play with those 4 fouls as Garcia's on the bench with her 4. So if you're Christina Castro, you've really got to be careful now. Don't go near her there. That's one you just got to let go.
And there, the inbounds pass brought back in. Angelo Orduno getting the save and kicking it back out. 3-point attempt taken by Sarah Vasquez. Missed. Rebound by Lindsay.
Coach Arguelles wanted to get his timeout in, and he got it.
He saw some basketball. He didn't like the way they were going back and forth. As they're going to take a timeout here, Lindsay will, and we'll take a quick little break to pay the bills. What do you got, Brian?
Need a highlight video for your athlete? Working to earn that 4-year scholarship? Then you want to contact kbcsports.com. We can provide recruiting video for any athlete in any sport. Not only that, but we give you your own recruiting page right on our website. No more mailing DVDs to colleges. Instead, email coaches the link to your personal page. For more information, including pricing, contact us at recruits@kbcsports.com or call us at 619-677-3246.
And we're back here live from Fresno, California at Selland Arena for the Division IV Girls Basketball Championship between the Lindsay Cardinals, the number 4 seed, and the San Joaquin Memorial Panthers, the number 2 seed. And we welcome you if you're just joining us or if you've been here with us with CIF Central.tv's coverage of the Central Section 2012 Basketball Finals. Here with 4:15 to go. You're going to have the inbounds pass by Megan Salinas. Her team up by 5. Looking to hold on and get this improbable run to the finals and possibly hoisting that championship plaque. They're off the glass. Shot by Renee Alvarado wouldn't go. Rebound, Memorial. And down by 3 with plenty of time, Brian. You got to imagine that Memorial's going to be very selective as far as the shots that they're going to be looking to take. There's really no panic, no rush yet. They're going to get called
on the offensive. That's a foul that the Lindsay folks have been asking for all game long. They finally got it.
Better late than never, as Lindsay will take possession here. And you've got Christina Castro bringing the ball up court. Kind of surveying what she's got, what's her setup. She's going to drive. She's going to draw the foul there.
Got to be careful driving like that with your head down. If someone steps in the way, there's a chance you get number 5.
And if that's the case, she's going to become a spectator here for the rest of this ball game. And picking up her 4th foul is number 34, the junior forward, Christina Rontel, for Memorial. So here's Castro looking to extend this 3-point lead of the Cardinals. First free throw didn't go. Here she's going to go ahead and take her second one. Try to make this a 4-point ball game. And she does. Here you got Sarah Vasquez driving.
So smart by Vasquez. She knew that there were 2 players with 4 fouls in her way, and they're just going to get out of the way. Easy layup.
She's going to come right at him. So we got a 46-44 ball game here.
Now we got a foul on Rosie Esparza. Going to get called with the illegal screen.
I tell you, right here on this possession, Memorial could tie it or possibly take the lead here.
And we're in the double bonus here, so yeah, this will 2 free throws here, and it can be tied up.
And as I mentioned, 3:08 here to go in this ball game. It's plenty of time for both teams. One looking to hold on, one looking to overcome.
It's the fact that it was an offensive foul. There's no double bonus free throws there. But I thought on the illegal screen it was still. I guess I was mistaken.
Well, we couldn't get anything to go, but just as you say that, there's a foul. we're going to go ahead and get somebody at the free throw line here.
Christina Rontel.
And she's another member of that 4 foul club here with Castro and Garcia from Lindsay.
That's not a club you want to be in.
That's definitely
at the championship.
Yeah. And she misses the first of 2 free throws here.
2:55 and a 2-point game. We got a game head. I like it.
I'll tell you what. Second free throw's up and no good. And on the rebound, they're going to go ahead and have Memorial keep the ball here as it was last touched by Renee Alvarado of the Cardinals. So with 2:53, 46-44 lead for Lindsay. As they're looking to hold on and capture the first girls basketball championship in their school's history. The three-point shot is up. Rebound by the Panthers. I tell you what.
A great rebound by Guerrero to get her teammate Vasquez in position to have a shot at that. And also on the play, Garcia and Castro are lucky they didn't pick up a foul as they were all over Raquel Guerrero.
And the foul there was called on Renee Alvarado.
Now she's got 4, excuse me. Part of that illustrious club.
And I tell you, it's growing by the second here in this ball game.
And if you want someone at the free throw line, it's Sarah Vasquez. She has been money from the free throw line for the Panthers.
And she drains both of those, and we've got a tie ball game here with 2:25 to go.
What a response.
And Lindsay Ibarra there didn't like the fact that they were tied. And she goes ahead and puts her team back up by 2. As Lindsay Ibarra on the defensive side is able to get the rebound. We got a foul away from the ball.
Illegal screen again. That time it was on Lindsay Ibarra.
And if you're Coach Arguelles, aside from the fact that that was away from the ball, you had Christina Castro near court to us. It would happen on the far side of the court. That's going to put Memorial back in position to tie this ball game up.
And it's the double bonus here. And they're saying, again, offensive, so no free throws.
But you're going to have Memorial with the possession here.
And they've got the three-point shooting specialist, Francesca Ingley, back into the game. San Joaquin Memorial does.
They've brought in the sharpshooter.
So smart. Orduño saw that the player guarding her had 4 fouls and went straight to the bucket. That's a well-coached team. Miguel Nieves doing a really nice job with Memorial.
Okay, we're inside of 2 minutes. We're knotted up at 48 here. Christina Castro at the top of the key. Checking to see what she's got, and she's going to turn the ball over. And you've got Kelly Yancey there to get the basketball, and now they're going to reset. They're going to take a look. Up and in there for Angela Orduño as she gives the Panthers their first lead in a long time.
Wow, impressive. Now she's going to get a foul. So one more from the bonus for the Panthers.
And there, she puts her team up by 2, and then she quickly, back on defense, picks up the foul.
The two possessions in a row, Orduño's got the ball and gone straight to the basket. And if they're not going to defend her, take it. That's 4 easy points, excuse me, on the last 2 possessions.
And depending on how the referee sees it, even though you're planted, you're set up. If you're caught wrong, or in the eyes of the referee, you're not set up correctly to defend, that's a foul. And for Castro, that would take her out of the ball game and out of these last minute 22. A shot up and missed.
Slow it down now. If you're the Panthers, slow it down. Eat up the entire 30 seconds on that clock. That's what coach is about to tell them.
We've got a timeout by Memorial. Here with 1:13 to go in the Section 4 girls final. We got a good one here. Memorial Panthers 50, Lindsay Cardinals 48.
Catch the best of Central Section basketball on CIFCentral.tv. You can watch a replay of today's game after each one concludes, plus check out game highlights, player of the game interviews, and more. Or order a DVD or Blu-ray disc of the game. We're your home for basketball in the Central Section, CIFCentral.tv.
Welcome back here at Alcarez with Brian Vilvin, live from Fresno, California, the 2012 Central Section Basketball Championships, Division 4 here, and we've got a great ball game. 1:13 to go with the Memorial Panthers up 50, 48 on the Lindsay Cardinals. And I'll tell you what, Brian, we couldn't have drawn this game up any better.
No, this is as good as it gets. Great screen. And now we've got a blocking foul called against the Cardinals. Renee Alvarado going to pick up her, I believe, 5th personal foul, and that's going to do it for Alvarado.
That is also going to send. That's also going to send Angela Orduno to the free throw line. They're up by 2. She's got a chance to make this a 2-possession game here for the Lady Panthers.
Orduno, the senior leader, stepping up in the biggest moments for Memorial.
I tell you, this is when you want your leaders to step up. This very particular moment right here.
Putting the team on her back.
And she makes the first of her free throws. She makes the second. It's going to make it a 2-possession game for Lindsay. We're at 51-48 with 1:10 to go here in the 4th quarter. She misses the second free throw, is able to pick up the rebound, and it's going to count.
They call the travel.
Oh, no, they're going to
take away the bucket. Call her for 2
They
minutes.
give it and they take it away. Basket doesn't count. It's a 3-point lead here with 1:06 for Memorial. You've got Christina Castro. They're going to make it as difficult as possible for her to bring that ball down and not put her in a position.
Nice take.
And Castro, a feed from Alexis Arguelles, makes it a 1-point game. We're underneath a minute here.
Oh.
And Angela Orduno there making it a 3-point game.
The Stars are stepping
And they're going
up.
to say that Castro stepped out on the line, out of bounds. Ball goes back to Memorial with 32.9 seconds here to go. Memorial 53, Lindsay 50. Your star offensive player, they're going to go ahead and get her for stepping out of bounds near half court. And at this point, if you're Lindsay, you got to foul. You got to try to get the ball back.
Yeah.
And if you're the Panthers, if you do get to the free throw line and you make one, you make it a 2-possession game. It's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. But once again, Brian, we're in a good position here to be calling this one here today.
Yeah, and if you're San Joaquin Memorial, you want to get the ball in Sarah Vasquez's hands. The sophomore has been lights out from the free throw line. She's led the team in scoring all season long, and although Angela Orduno has totally taken over the game, in terms of free throw line production, you want the ball in Sarah Vasquez's hands, and it's the double bonus. So you got to imagine if Vasquez gets there, she's going to make at least 1 out of 2, if not both of them, and that'll really put Lindsay in a tough hole.
Yeah, she's a high percentage free throw shooter. Well, you can't really go wrong with either one, but if you got to choose there, if you're Coach Nieves, you're going to say, let's get it to Vasquez. So here we go, 32.9 seconds to go here in the Division 4 final. Memorial Panthers 53, the Lindsay Cardinals, the Cinderella story. This story may not finish the way they'd wanted to, but we still got some basketball left to play. Let's see how this one turns out.
And that's who they got the ball to. Got to get it to Vasquez, and Lindsay did not want to foul her, but if she's going to dribble it around, you're going to be left with no choice. So the sophomore will go to the line, try to put this one a little bit more out of reach.
And if she's able to make 2, it becomes a monumental task for Lindsay. to come back, and she makes the first one.
So smooth, so smooth.
She's got that fluid release. You can just see her hitting just one after the other.
Bam.
They asked her to take two. She made both. It's 55-50 here.
No doubt about either one. Coach Nieves is pumped.
And at this point, if you're Coach Nieves, you're basically saying, play smart this final 25.5 seconds of this ball game.
Yeah. No fouls. Definitely
No
don't
fouls.
foul. Make them take it strong to the bucket. Don't give them any easy looks, but also do not foul. No and ones. If they're going to shoot a three, have a hand in their face, but do not get anywhere near fouling them.
And if you're on Lindsay, if you're over there with Coach Arguelles,
got to take it strong to the basket. Try to draw some contact, get to the free throw line, or if they're going to let you have a layup, if they just let you pass, then take that as well. But yeah, it's going to be extremely important that they go down and score quickly. You can get it too, but score quickly. And then foul immediately. Hopefully it's not Sarah Vasquez.
yeah, there you go. So here, they're going to go ahead and put the ball into Christina Castro's hands, and she's going to inbounds. 25.5 seconds to go here in the Division IV final. And she's able to get the ball out to Destiny Garcia. Back to Castro. She puts one up. It's off the rim and out of bounds, and the ball will go to Memorial here with 15.8 seconds left to go.
Vasquez has it.
And she's going to go ahead and call a timeout.
Smart decision. And now if you're Coach Nieves, you're going to say, I don't want Vasquez taking the ball out. I want her receiving the inbound pass.
Go ahead and definitely put this game out of reach.
And that's the last timeout for the Panthers. Lindsay has one timeout remaining, but the Panthers with none. And right now, that is not an issue for the Panthers as they lead by 5, and they're going to get, if they can get this ball in bounds, they'll be at the line for a couple more free throws.
Here we go. Back for the final. And that's going to be Destiny Garcia's fifth. As Coach Arguelles there trying to console her.
Number 1, Destiny Garcia picks up the foul. That's her 5th foul of the contest.
And with 14.7 seconds here to go, and a 5-point lead by Memorial. Needless to say, it would be a long shot even with the 5-point lead to come back, but it's still not out of the realm of possibility. But if they're able to sink these final two and put it up by 7, making it a 3-possession game, that pretty much solidifies the title for Memorial.
Beautiful free throw, Rontel.
And I tell you, Christina right there, Christina Rontel, the 6-foot junior forward, hits the first one to put her team up by 6. And she hits the second one, 57-50.
Uses her legs, love it.
About 10 seconds to go here. 2 attempts at a 3-pointer, no go. There, we're going to have a foul by Christina Castro with 0.7 seconds to go here on the clock.
And a nice ovation from the Lindsay fans for Castro as she exits the game.
She fouls out here with 0.7 seconds to go.
And Coach Nieves is pumped with San Joaquin Memorial. There are a couple of free throw attempts and 0.7 of a second away from their first championship in 26 years.
Last title was in 1986. That's quite a long time, Brian, I tell you, to have waited. But they're 0.7 seconds away from ending that drought. She misses the first free throw there. Does Angela Orduno. She makes the second one. 58-50 here with just the inbounds pass to be executed, and we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. There it is, the long shot. And your 2012 Division IV champions, the San Joaquin Memorial Panthers, win this one 58-50 over the Lindsay Cardinals. And what a ball game, Brian, I tell you. We couldn't have asked for a better one.
No, that was very exciting, right down to the wire at the end. The Panthers made their free throws when they needed to. They got a little bit of a cushion, forced Lindsay to foul, and they hit their free throws when they needed to. Nice job, Sarah Vasquez, 4 for 4 from the line in crunch time. Christina Rontel hit a couple, and Angela Orduno really took this game over, and just a terrific performance.
And I tell you, when they needed them, the big guns for the Panthers stepped up and got the job done. So once again, the final 58-50. The Panthers over the Cardinals of Lindsay. San Joaquin Memorial, your 2012 Central Section Division IV Girls Champions. And stay tuned because we got another great game coming up after this. The Division IV Boys Final. Number 2 Sarah against number 1 Central Valley Christian. We're going to go ahead and have that ball game for you. And that'll be Manny Nunez and myself, Ed Alcaraz, calling all the action for that one. So we're going to go ahead and congratulate the Lady Panthers here on their victory. Stay tuned for the next game coming up. It was a great game for myself, Ed Alcaraz, Brian Vilvin, and Manny Nunez, the engineer here for this ball game. We're going to say thanks for tuning in for the Girls Division IV Championship here on CIF Central.tv.